every week. Hi.
Hey.
We have the best news ever.
Shavua Tov, everybody.
Shavua
Shavua Tov.
The first best news ever is that there's only 1 week until we are with Sammy in Vienna to make Havdallah together in person. Because I know everyone's been following this whole long journey for us to get to Vienna.
Until all the family of EUJS is coming to Vienna to visit me.
Yay!
So that's good news number 1. And the second good news is that we have an amazing person to offer us a word of Torah to start the week. And that is Dahlia Grinfeld.
There's too much excitement for this spontaneous Torah. I'm gonna try. So I'm not a rabbi, and not a really Jewish educator, but dance around the Jewish stuff a little bit. And yesterday we had our first event again for Keshet, Germany, in the Jewish Museum. It was live and outside, and it was beautiful because we had lots of space and we tried to be really safe for everything. It was a beautiful idea to have an in-person gathering with lots of people for Pride. I mean, not the real CSD Pride event in Berlin didn't take place, but we did a big Keshet Pride Shabbat event, and it's our new annual tradition. And because I have no real talents for Dratorim, for some reason I always have to do them for Keshet, because I'm one of the few people who is not a rabbi, and somehow I end up doing it. So I read the parasha, at least to some extent, and Parashat Hashavua was Parashat Dvarim, which in Hebrew is words, and it was about, as far as I know, was about the words of Moses to the community, to our nation, and it was after 40 years, and the 11th month, the first day, for 40 years we walked through the desert, and it was hot, and we're screaming. It was way too hot for everyone because we were schwitzing, and we ended up being at this mountain, and Moses said, he kind of repeated all the things we didn't do well. He kind of repeated, you didn't believe in God there, and you didn't believe in God there. We all know the godless kalb, the gold, what's it called? Calf. What's it called? Calf. Okay. We mostly know that story, but there's some other stories where also the Jewish people was not really convinced that God will help them, as per usual. They're like, no, we don't believe you, that you will help us. And one of the sentences that I liked from the parasha was when Moses said, God will be there for you and fight. God will fight for you when the time is right. And that's a sentence, especially this week, when on the one hand we have 50 years of Stonewall, so 50 years of a fight for LGBTIQ rights in Germany, but also EU-wide and Europe-wide. We had kind of 50 years of a very, very strong fight there. And we also have this week, the trial for the Halle shooting started. So there's a big fight in that sense. And in general, I mean, the last month, I think to some extent have been a fight in the health crisis situation. So this sentence of God will be there for you, God will fight for you when the time is right, was a sentence that I asked myself, when was the last time that I felt that God is fighting for me personally? When was the last time I thought God is fighting for us as a community? Who is the us and who is God fighting? We don't know. I don't know how God fights. I don't know what and how that looks like, but I do feel like this community here, yesterday, the Keshet community, being back in a space where you align with values, where you align with ideas and thoughts and can fight for something, whether that is a vision, a mission for a Jewish community, for some kind of even worldwide community, that God is there. And I personally had a situation at least once in life where before I was like, yeah, God exists, probably. I'm not sure, but probably. I don't have anything against that, but definitely one example in life where I felt that God, I knew this situation would have been 10 million times worse if God wouldn't have been there. So that was my reminder of this week, the parasha. God will fight for you when the time is right. And I kind of choose to believe that rather than, I don't know, but I don't know how God will fight. I don't know if I can see it. I don't know if we can see it, but I kind of choose to believe that God will be there to fight for us, but also that we have to take the action, that we cannot just sit there, stand there, do nothing, but take it into our own hands to be on this way, to be on the fight and fight in a positive way, not fight in a negative, we hate people, more in a positive idea of fighting for the good, fighting for the values, the society system that we believe in. So I'm not sure if any of that actually stands in the Bible. You have two great rabbis here who can then tell you, no, that's not true.
I have to say,
No,
I agree with
that was
everything that Dahlia
awesome.
said.
Yeah.
And
Same.
I'll also say that when we're talking about fighters, I'm next to two women right now who are amazing fighters, Dahlia Grinfeld and Rabbi Rebecca Blady. And I'm proud to know both of them. And a special shout out to my wife, Rabbi Rebecca, because she fought very strongly and very bravely this week. And I'm proud to know her.
Thank you for that. That
Yeah.
was spot on.
Spot on.
Timely Torah and a wonderful message to go into this week, unified and with trust and with energy. So without further ado, we will make Havdallah. So bring your wine, bring your candle.
Sammy, where's your candle?
I've got the candle, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
Bring something that smells good from your spice cabinet, and we will begin. Where's our candle?
Yeah, so Havdallah is an introductory prayer followed by 4 short blessings. The first is over the wine or grape juice. The second is over the sweet smelling spices. The third is over the light of the flame. And the final one is that which separates the holy from the regular. But may we fight to make the regular more and more holy every day. Wine. Hine el Yeshuati, Eftach velo echad, Ki aziv ezimrat Adonai, vayehi li Yeshua. Adonai Tzevaot Imanu, Niskavanu Elohei Yaakov Selah. Adonai Tzevaot Ashrei Adam Boteach Bach. Adonai Hoshia Melech Anenu B'Yom Koreinu LaYehudim Hayta Ora V'Simcha V'Sason V'Yikach Ken Tieh Lanu Kol Yeshuot Esau V'Shem Adonai Ekra. Lai 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 Baruch atah Adonai Melech haolam.
Adonai Elohim.
Borei minei besamim.
Besamim bo.
Amen.
La 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 la. La 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 la
Baruch atah
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Baruch atah
Baruch atah Adonai Elohim melech haolam.
Kodesh lecho,
Kodesh lecho, or lecho.
Achim ben yom hashvi, v'sheshet yemei
Sheshet yemei
Baruch
Baruch atah Adonai
Amatir ben kodesh
Mati ben kodesh lecho.
Amen. Shavua tov. Shavua tov.
Shavua tov.
Yasher koach. Dalia.
Big thank you
Agite voch.
a big
Shkoyach
thank you
Dalia.
Dahlia Grinfeld, Rabbi Rebecca Blady, all our friends who are off camera, and especially to Sammy and the EUJS team. It has been a long journey, but we are finally excited next week to have made it to the promised land, please God, to Vienna. And we look forward to having a powerful Havdallah all together. There's something really special that and something that started as all about being distant that will finally be able to come together. So that's really special.
It's been a long journey, as you said, Jeremy, and I can't wait to take you into my arms and to show you my city and to make Havdallah finally beyachad.
Shkaya!
Thank you to EUJS, as always.
Thank you.
We will meet again next week.
Next week, Shavua haba.
Amen. Shavua haba, or in Jerusalem or in Vienna. We'll see where it takes us.
Shavua tov.
Everyone is invited.
We'll post Sammy's address on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
So everyone.
Okay, Shavua tov, agite voch.
Agite
Bye.
vach.